My name is Ashley Adair. I currently work for Tri-County Human Services as a certified recovery peer specialist. I've got almost 12 years clean and sober, and I know that helping is my purpose. So I was born and raised here. I got high here, I got clean here. And so for me, that's a big deal to really help the other people who are here struggling as well. I grew up not really feeling like I had adequate attention. So I sought attention, whether it was through good behavior or bad behavior. It didn't matter. I can remember always struggling with mental health issues. And I think that really I just wanted to know that I was loved. My first program, I was in seventh grade, and I think that my mom just didn't know what to do with me at that point. She had exhausted all her efforts. When it was time for me to come home, I did, and I acted out, and I got with the wrong people. I ended up having to go to another court-ordered program, and of course, that didn't work either. I ended up getting court-ordered to Francis Walker Halfway House over in Titusville, and I got out of that program, and I didn't know anything about life. I started hanging out with the wrong people again. And I want to say by the age of 20, going into 21, I was pregnant with my first daughter. And then a year later, I was pregnant with my son. And through that time, I was addicted to opiates. Department of Children and Families got involved, and I want to say I had maybe 7 or 8 arrests within a year period. And my kids were in the system, and they were placed with this very nice couple. I got arrested for that last time, and I sat in the county for a year on a possession of marijuana charge because it was probably like my 5th or 6th one. And during this time, the magistrate was like, okay, your kids have been in the system for a year and a half. Their children's father was in prison, and I was sitting in county jail. And so when I got out, my mom said, what do you want to do? It was the lowest point of the low. I was coming out with no supervision, no support, no knowledge of who I was or that I even had a problem. And I said, okay, I'll go into treatment. And so I went through Razoo, and I want to say I was only there 50 days before I had to go in front of the judge to terminate my parental rights. And we went and we signed the papers, and my kids went confidential. I had found a sponsor. I started working my steps through a 12-step program. And I did what I was supposed to do. And then I transitioned into sober living, the res. And the res was kind of like a blessing for me because a lot of the parents get left behind. We get left behind in treatment to pick up these pieces of what our life now looks like when we don't have our children, we don't have a home, we don't have anything. My first sober job was KFC. And then I went on to working night shift at a Sunoco gas station. I enrolled in East Area Adult School, and I got my grades up to where they needed to be, and I took the test. I went back to the treatment facility that I had got sober at, and I filled out an application, and I started working there. And then I got certified through the state to become a certified recovery peer specialist. And I was finally able to give back. I've had a lot of full circles. I have clients who are currently struggling, and people ask what my recommendation is. And I always say treatment, because if you don't know what the problem is, you can't know what the solution is. And I think that self-searching and soul cleansing, the whole process is such a beautiful thing that I wish everyone would go into treatment. I had a drug court counselor actually ask me a couple of days ago, why do you recommend treatment? And I said, because it saved my life. We're not raising these people's bottoms, but we're giving them a gift. We're giving them the opportunity to be able to live life without drugs and alcohol. I think that the stigma that is around, having a mental problem or having substance abuse, like you're not alone. I always tell my clients they can come back and claim their badge at any time. I tell them that just because I look like this doesn't mean that I wasn't standing in the same position that they were a couple years ago. I've been here, I've done this, and I'm going to show you the way out. And we actually help them move from the darkness to the light. So I think to me, hope is just getting up every morning and going to those people and saying, hey, look, if I can do this, you can too.